This is our news, the weekend edition. And on the broadcast tonight, 3 men killed by police. Ahead tonight, the details of what led up to that fatal triple shooting. Plus, positive indicators for the tourism industry as the Bahamas tops the list of Caribbean destinations for travel post-COVID-19. And the state minister for Grand Bahama hopeful for a rebound of that island's economy.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Andrew Knowles, and thanks so much for joining us. Topping news tonight, 3 men are dead following a police-involved shooting off Cowpen Road West. Police Chief Paul Roll was on the scene and told reporters the deadly incident unfolded around noon when officers on patrol observed 3 men in a white vehicle parked near a cemetery where a burial was underway. Relatives of the men are outraged by the incident. Our Berthany McDormand was on the scene and has the details.
The incident rocked the Cowpen community, leaving residents outraged at the unexpected deaths. Those were the cries of the loved ones of 25-year-old Deshaun Smith, one of the 3 men who lost their lives in this deadly incident. According to Police Commissioner Paul Roll, police shot and killed the man on Cowpen Road when an officer was ambushed. The clash, he said, occurred after officers approached the heavily tinted white Honda Accord.
There was a funeral taking place at the Spikenard Cemetery when officers who were on patrol observed a white Honda Accord parked in the eastern section of the cemetery. Officers went on foot. As they approached the vehicle drove off. And officers then got back into their vehicle and left. A short while later, driving on Cowpen Road again, they saw the vehicle through a side corner. They stopped and exited their patrol vehicle, and one of the officer approached what we believe would have been the driver door, as the vehicle is heavily tinted. As he stood there and attempting to speak with the driver, shots began being discharged from the back, the rear seat.
The men were pronounced dead on the scene. When our news arrived on the scene, their bodies were on the ground near the bullet-ridden car. Roll said only one of the officers discharged his weapon, noting that none of the officers were injured.
He was able to get out of the way once I think the tint on the car might have assisted with the bullet like that.
Police believe the men were targeting a nearby funeral. This explanation by the police commissioner did not sit well with relatives who questioned the police's account of this event.
They know the police are fraud. So they definitely, they're in the type of full gun and shoot at policemen. They know what's going, spending 48 hours, 94 and come out. So they ain't gonna do that. So tell policemen they gotta come with another story.
The deadly incident comes as protests against police brutality are being held in cities across the United States following the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Roll confirmed that 1 weapon was found in the vehicle. When asked how police officers determine justifiable force, Roll said a retraining exercise is ongoing. However, he noted that officers have the right to defend themselves.
We don't train with rubber bullets, but if persons want to engage the members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, they need to be prepared to see their maker. Because I'm not training my officers to go there. I would like for them to return home at the end of the day when they come to work. This is dangerous business.
Reporting for our news, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Positive signs that tourism could rebound. With borders set to reopen July, Tourism's Director General says there is already high demand for travel, with the Bahamas topping the list of the most sought-after Caribbean destinations. The countdown to July 1 is underway. That's when commercial airlines are scheduled to resume flights into the Bahamas. During the 3-month COVID-19 shutdown, Tourism officials still marketed the destination through an empathetic and inspirational campaign. And according to Tourism's Director General, Joy Jibalu, it's paying off.
The response that we got from the world was perfect message. I want to come there. Book my spot on the beach for when you open up. So I think we hit the nerve where it needed to be hit. And so I just put that in the context that we haven't slept.
In fact, Jibalu says recent data from the U.S. market shows people are ready to travel on vacation. That's good news for the Bahamas, given our proximity to the U.S.
This week, a new survey came out, TripAdvisor, a global survey, and they look where would people most like to return and where do they see the biggest interest in travel globally. The Americas topped the list, the Caribbean topped the list, the Bahamas was number one.
Just last month, the Director General revealed that airline companies were seeing an uptick in the demand for flights here, particularly for July and August.
So airlines, they're seeing that same data. So our conversations have been relatively easy with the airlines. I'm sure. They're saying, when are you open up? That was their biggest question, when? Give us 4 weeks, there is a demand in the Bahamas. We want to start loading flights into our schedule. We want to open up.
Aside from proximity, Jibalu says there are other factors which place the Bahamas in a good position to capitalize on the reopening of global tourism.
The Bahamas is seen as having handled this pandemic superbly well. We've been recognized globally. And so our management of COVID-19, keeping our cases relatively low, is a bonus for us. It's something we can be proud of and that we should talk about. Beyond that, the type of holiday that people want, the Bahamas lends itself to.
Meantime, opposition leader Philip Davis concurring with sentiments expressed by former Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands about reopening the country's borders. Sands told parliamentarians that he does not support the decision to allow untested visitors to enter the country. He cautioned the Minister administration against playing Russian roulette and amid a global pandemic. Will Davis also expressed his concerns.
I expressed my concern about us opening up the borders without taking account of what is happening in the United States right now, the source of where most of our tourists will come from. With the protests that's going on, the spike in the virus over the last couple of weeks, we ought to pause to consider. And so I share his view, as I said before, that we should be careful in our approach to opening the borders.
Davis recommended that the government hold off on allowing tourists into the country who are traveling from COVID-19 hotspots.
If the borders to be open, we ought to identify the areas, the countries to which our borders should be open. Where there are hotspots, I think we should be careful. July 1st may be too soon. And we have to see how the cases are flattening or dropping in these various jurisdictions from which you're going to be receiving tourists.
Meantime, Grand Bahamians can look forward to a boost in at least one industry on the island. According to the island's Minister of State, the construction industry is set to rebound. Our Gillian Gray reports.
Despite the devastating blow dealt by Hurricane Dorian, Minister of State for Grand Bahama Kwesi Thompson said he is encouraged by Grand Bahamians who are resilient and optimistic that their economy will rebound. Thompson said within the next year, Grand Bahamians can look forward to major job opportunities in the construction industry.
A major refurbishment of our primary and high schools. We normally do the summer repairs, but because of the devastation that Hurricane Dorian had, there is going to be some additional works that are going to be done on our high schools and primary schools. So there's going to be tremendous activity going on there. We also expect that the Fishing Hole Road work is now being presently done to complete that. We think actually it's going to be completed within a couple of days.
After surviving the deadly storm last year, Grand Bahamians suffered another setback when the COVID-19 pandemic caused the scarce tourist activity on the island to come to an abrupt stop. Thompson said over 700 Bahamians have been assisted through the Small Home Repair Program, which offers up to $10,000 to individuals whose homes were damaged by Hurricane Dorian. That construction activity, along with roadworks, building a new high school on the island, and repairing damaged government buildings, will all be ramped up shortly.
The hospital is under present construction, so they have actually a number of contractors who are presently doing work to bring back the Grand Memorial Hospital. They are working on the major facility itself, but they are also finalizing the cafeteria area. They are actually building a new COVID wing that will accommodate the infectious disease surveillance area, and there are a number of contractors working on that at present.
The Grand Bahama minister said the coronavirus pandemic showed that there is a tremendous opportunity for e-commerce, adding the government will train 100 Bahamians in app development. The program, which is a collaborative effort between the Office of the Prime Minister in Grand Bahama, the Fulbright program in the United States, and BTVI, is set to give young Bahamians another avenue for revenue.
In addition, we are having some very, very good discussions with Cisco, and we're very close to reaching an agreement with them for a software development program. And after those persons have been trained in software development, they will be open to finding work with respect to software development in Cisco networks. And so, and as you know, software development, you don't actually have to physically be there to develop their software. You could actually be here in the Bahamas and be doing software development work for companies all around the world.
Thompson said while Grand Bahama's Tech Hub is a work in progress, they're hopeful it will develop entrepreneurs in the technology industry.
The whole part of the Tech Hub is not just attracting those large companies, which we want to do, but it is really developing your tech entrepreneurs. And we've actually seen a resurgence in young Bahamian tech entrepreneurs who are sort of very motivated and have actually been doing some very good work and actually been getting international jobs as well. That's what we have to continue to develop. So we are very, very dedicated to pushing that.
Reporting for Our News Weekend, I'm Jillian Gray.
Well, the state minister also says they are still waiting on Global Ports Holding to give a timeline for their multi-million-dollar projects on Grand Bahama. The chairman for the Global Ports told the Nassau Guardian back in May that those projects could be postponed for 2 years due to the financial hardship faced during the coronavirus pandemic.
The Carnival Cruise Port, they're still in their permitting stage. As you would recall, they have completed their heads of agreement and now moving ahead in terms of the permitting stage. They're still in that permitting stage. Obviously, given the circumstances, we think that their timelines also are going to change as well. So we await to hear official word from Carnival with respect to their timelines.
Well, still ahead tonight, addressing the challenges with social distancing in areas like the downtown straw market. Plus, thousands of Bahamian families able to receive assistance from the Salvation Army since going digital. Those stories and more coming up.
Loved bonus data? Well, guess what? There's more. Alive's now giving you cash back. Customers making Freedom 12 plan purchases get $2 cash back. Freedom 25 or 35 plan purchases get $3 cash back. And all Liberty plan purchases get $4 cash back. Top up via your My Alive app today and enjoy more with Alive for less. Alive, we got you.
Believe in best.
Making the world's most tender, juicy fried chicken requires the highest quality ingredients. Our team of cooks start with KFC's secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices and fresh chicken every day. Hand-breaded and cooked to golden perfection, ensuring that KFC's chicken is hot and crispy every time.
KFC delivery is available through the Craven app or visit your nearest KFC location for drive-thru or carry-out.
KFC Nassau.
Our world has changed.
Many businesses have been closed for months with little or no access to their customers until now. Rev Media can help you remain connected to your customers. Our trusted customized advertising packages and personalized consultants will provide your business with immeasurable support during this challenging time. Your customers are already watching. Rev Media can help you to remain connected. Call us today. Let us help you.
Next tonight, Works Minister Desmond Bannister admitting to reporters this week that the new norm of social distancing will be difficult to carry out at the downtown straw market.
Straw market is going to be a huge challenge. We have over 400 vendors in a very small space. And so the chairman of the Straw Market Authority is going to meet with the vendors and their leaders and try to get some accommodation, some ideas from them as to where we go and what we do, so that we can keep them safe and so that we can keep visitors to this country safe. I'm glad that you raised that. That's a very critical issue that all of us have to think about how we can get to space limits.
Bannister says his ministry plans to work with straw vendors to determine a way forward.
Vendors are to each other, and so we're going to be consulting with them, and we're going to be looking and listening to them.
The Salvation Army has assisted some 2,000 families in need with gift certificates and other supplies since launching its online assistance program. That according to Divisional Commander Major Clarence Ingram.
To date, we've assisted approximately 2,000 families with gift certificates and other supplies, and we are continuing the process. We have about another 1,000 applications on file, and we will be able to help every one of them during the next couple of weeks. So again, through the generous support of our donors, we've been able to help one another, shall we say.
The Salvation Army switched to the online system in early April to prevent long lines at its head office. Ingram added that so far, the online process has been working smoothly.
Yes, the process has been going very smoothly. We no longer have any long lineups or any issues with social distancing. People simply apply online. We review the applications, call them with an appointment. They come in, receive their gift certificates. So it's almost a touch-free service, which works really well and safely.
When our news, the weekend edition comes back from the break. The Works Minister outlines the position behind the removal of casuarina trees and landfill operators looking to refine waste. So stay with us.
Our world has changed. Many businesses have been closed for months with little or no access to their customers until now. Rev Media can help you remain connected to your customers. Our trusted customized advertising packages and personalized consultants will provide your business with immeasurable support during this challenging time. Your customers are already watching. Rev Media can help you to remain connected. Call us today. Let us help you.
Making the world's most tender, juicy fried chicken requires the highest quality ingredients. Our team of cooks start with KFC's secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices and fresh chicken every day. Hand-breaded and cooked to golden perfection, ensuring that KFC's chicken is hot and crispy every time.
KFC delivery is available through the Craven app or visit your nearest KFC location for drive-thru or carry-out.
KFC Nassau.
As world markets reopen, now more than ever, people are looking for ways to improve their health, fitness, and overall well-being. Morning Moves is a daily exercise show hosted by the Bahamas Queen of Fitness, Bowflex Barbie, where viewers get to join and have fun and exciting workouts right from the privacy and comfort of their home. Each episode will also have a health and lifestyle segment to help viewers live healthier, more fulfilling lives. Morning Moves will be previewing on our TV channel 212 starting Monday, June 22nd through Friday, June 26th at 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. and Saturday, June 27th at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Be sure to tune in because there's nothing like it on local TV now, and we're giving you the opportunity to be a part of this new and exciting movement. Contact us today at 601-8198 or email mediasales@cablebahamas.com to learn how you can advertise or become a sponsor of the hottest new show in town, Morning Moves with Bowflex Barbie. The perfect way to start your day.
Do you need to make payments to your bill but need to do it via wire transfer? Well, it's simple to do with Rev. You can make domestic or international wire transfers to pay your bill. Simply go to my.rev.bs and sign into your My account. Next, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Download on your bill. Information is provided at the bottom of the bill, such as what the SWIFT number would be if you or someone else is making an international payment. Stay connected with Rev. Anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back to our news, the weekend edition. The casuarina tree that provides shade to many on our pristine beaches may soon be a thing of the past as the Ministry of Works embarks on an aggressive strategy to remove those trees in the coming weeks. Giorgio Bain reports.
Many residents have questioned the removal of casuarina trees from local beaches in recent weeks. Minister of Works Desmond Bannister explained the government's position on the removal of the invasive tree.
Casuarina tree is an invasive species in our country. It is an invasive species. The casuarina trees drop needles that destroy the underbrush. So when you look at a casuarina tree, you see no native Bahamian trees growing. They destroy the ability of Bahamian native trees to grow.
2 weeks into an active hurricane season, Bannister said the ministry has embarked on an aggressive strategy to remove the trees.
They do not plant their roots deeply. And so their roots run along the ground, and their roots destroy roads, they destroy buildings, they destroy seawalls, they destroy everything. When we have hurricanes, casuarina trees are easy to knock down by big winds. And so what they do is they compromise our shoreline defenses. They cause us to be in danger when we have hurricanes.
The ministry is considering taking the removal of the casuarina trees to the Family Islands, according to Bannister, who said on certain islands they pose a serious threat during hurricane season.
The Ministry of Public Works has a coordinated plan where we are going to cut down all of those casuarina trees. Quite frankly, we need to cut down every single casuarina tree in this country. Because in some places, there's some islands, like if you drive from South Eleuthera to North Eleuthera, I don't know if any of you all familiar with that road, there's some areas that are very narrow. And I'm really afraid what could happen to Eleuthera if we have a serious hurricane, that we might end up having portions of that island being cut.
Reporting for our News Weekend Edition, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Operators of the New Providence landfill are looking to refine environmentally unfriendly waste in a bid to prevent fires at the site. New Providence Ecology Park Committee member Ginny McKinney.
Moving machines are, absolutely imperative to cover quickly so there's less vectors, less chance of fire. To get the compression right is very important because the more air and stuff there is, then the more likelihood for fires.
Earlier this week, the landfill managers revealed they had acquired millions of dollars worth of equipment. McKinney says they are also focusing on tires, which have been an issue in recent years.
We've also acquired a tire reduction machine, a stationary one and a mobile one, and a baler, because the amount of tires that we have is quite formidable, but we will get it under control.
Up next, find out some of the popular online scams you should be on the lookout for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's time to get up and get moving. Join me, Bowflex Barbie, for my brand new show, Morning Moves, previewing on RTV channel 212, starting Monday, June 22nd through Friday, June 26th at 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., and Saturday, June 27th at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. You'll get to join in my fun, exciting workouts designed for all fitness levels, right from the privacy and comfort of your home. I can't wait for you to join me for Morning Moves, the perfect way to start your day.
There has been a drastic increase in the amount of online crimes locally. In fact, officials from the Financial Crimes Branch Unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force outlined a number of the popular online scams taking place.
Speaking mainly to the phishing scams, that would be where you receive an email that appears to be from a valid, trusted source, maybe your banking institution of choice. When you go into this email, you click into it, they ask you, hey, we need your password to reset, something's gone wrong with the account, things of that nature. And this is an email that you didn't solicit. You didn't try to reset your password and they emailed you. They sent you this first without you doing any activity. Things like that can indicate, hey, maybe this is a scam. Also, when you go into the email itself, instead of it just saying, hey, info at First Caribbean or info at a respective bank, it'll more so say, respective bank at Gmail or Hotmail, because they can't copy that domain name.
Another scam is the mystery shopper, where fraudsters contact individuals through social media looking to hire them to be mystery shoppers.
The job would be to go into some business courier service. They need to tell them how long it takes to be served, the cleanliness, the staff. What they would say to them is, listen, I need you to give me your bank account. I'm going to transfer this funds. And so you're going to go into that establishment and I need you to wire these funds, just so that you could tell us exactly how the staff acted. When they realize at the end of the day you gave out your personal data to these fraudsters, they're now taking funds that were stolen from somebody else's legitimate account and they transfer that to your account. And what you are now doing is you're going into that business establishment to wire off funds. That's a form of money laundering.
Well, that's a look at stories making news this evening, but stay tuned. Our weekend weather forecast is coming right up. And that's going to do it for us on a Saturday night. I'm Andrew Knowles. For all of us here at R News, thank you for watching. Let's remember to be safe and look out for each other. Have a good night.